Today, you're gonna learn the cure for blank screen syndrome. Now, what is blank screen syndrome, you may be wondering? Well, it's a condition that afflicts millions of people per year. It's when they sit down to craft the best ever resume and instead find themselves staring at a blank screen. Eventually, frustration takes over, they slam shut their laptop and go do, well, pretty much anything else. But today, you are going to learn how to forever banish blank screen syndrome with this one simple framework. Hi, I'm Laura, a career relaunch coach and a certified professional resume writer, and I'm here to take your job search from stressful to successful. So let's go ahead and open up that blank screen. Now, on that screen, I want you to write F-A-C-T, fact. Now, you no longer have a blank screen, and that is half the battle. Now, by each of these letters, I want you to write words. By F, I want you to write format. By A, write accomplishments. By C, write challenges. And by T, write target role. Now, this is the framework you are going to use to start on your resume. And remember, doing your resume doesn't have to be done all at once. In fact, sometimes it's good to actually step away from it. So today we're going to learn just this framework to get you started. Now we're actually going to start from the bottom up. So let's take T for target role. I want you to write down on the very top of that screen what your target role is. And I want you to put it in bold and in all caps. So if you're going for an executive assistant role, write that on the top of that document. If it's a sales manager role, then write sales manager. This is going to be your North Star. You are going to keep this up here the entire time you're writing your resume because everything on your resume should be pointing to why it is a fit for that specific position. Now let's move on to C. And that stands for challenges. And I want you to write down any challenges you think you might be facing when it comes to crafting your resume. So think about any extended career breaks you may have. Think about any short job stints that you're having to deal with. Think about if you're looking to pivot into an industry you don't have much experience in. I want you to identify these up front because when you do this, you can then come up with a game plan on how to tackle them. And if you are looking for a video on how to address a career break on your resume, then I did create a video, which you can check out up here. Now moving on to A. This stands for accomplishments, where you get to toot your own horn. Now, when you think about accomplishments, I want you to think about accomplishments as they relate to the target role. Because yes, you probably have some amazing accomplishments in your life, but if they don't speak to why you should be hired for the roles that you're applying to, then they probably are not a fit for your resume. At this point, you're going to keep the accomplishments pretty high level, but you are going to use them to create impactful bullet points. And I have created a video that will show you exactly how to do this while using the accomplishments you just wrote down. And I will link that up here. And the last piece of the framework puzzle is F, and that stands for format. Now there are three main types of resume layouts: chronological, functional, and hybrid. Now the chronological layout is by far and away the most popular type of resume format. And this is where you start with your most recent work experience and then you work backwards. Now the other two types are functional and hybrid. A functional focuses on your skills and abilities, and your work experience is at the very bottom and it goes into pretty much no detail, just the position held and the company you worked at. I personally never recommend a functional resume, and that's because it's confusing. Remember, a recruiter is only looking at your resume for a few seconds, and if you confuse them in those few seconds, then they are probably not going to move forward with you. Now, a hybrid is a combination of a functional and a chronological. So the first half will be focused on your skills and abilities, and then it'll move to the second half where it will list some of your work experience. Now, I don't often recommend this one, but if you are looking at a career break of like 15 years or so, then yes, it might be time to explore a hybrid. But for the most part, go with a chronological resume. So now you have the framework for your resume. You know the layout, you know accomplishments that you want to highlight, you know the challenges that you need to address, and you know exactly the role that this resume is speaking to. So now let's get into how you actually craft these specific sections. And I did create a video on how to craft a perfect summary section, which I will link up here.